Have you ever looked around and felt like you've been dropped straight into a movie from the future? Because I have. And it's insane. Cities all over the world are changing so fast, it's almost impossible to keep up. I'm talking about places that look like they were designed for a video game, with buildings that touch the clouds and technology that seems like magic. It's hard to believe these places are real, but I promise you, what you're about to see is happening right now, on our planet. We've all seen science fiction movies with flying cars and cities that stretch for miles into the sky. For years we thought that was just Hollywood's imagination. But what if I told you that some cities now look exactly like that? We're going to explore places where trains literally drive through apartment buildings and entire forests exist inside airports. It's wild. The line between what's a movie and what's real is getting blurrier every single day. And it's happening faster than anyone could have predicted. This is what I want to show you today. We're going on a tour of the most futuristic cities on Earth. Places that are redefining what it means to live in the 21st century. These are not dreams anymore. This is the future we are already living in. So, forget everything you thought you knew about cities, because today, we're going to see what happens when human imagination has absolutely no limits. Let's go! Alright, first up, we're going to a city that will completely blow your mind. Chongqing, China. Imagine you're sitting in your living room and suddenly, a whole train just casually passes right through your apartment building. That's not a joke. That's a normal Tuesday in Chongqing. This city is so ridiculously massive and built on such steep mountains that they had to get creative. Instead of tearing down a 19-story apartment block to build a railway, they just said, you know what? Let's just build the station inside the building. So now residents can literally walk downstairs and hop on a train without ever leaving home. It's the craziest commute I've ever seen. But that's not even the wildest part. Because Chongqing is built on mountains, it doesn't grow outwards. It grows upwards, like something out of Blade Runner. You'll be driving on a road and look down to see another road, with another one below that, and maybe even another one below that. It's a multi-layered city. They have bridges that are so high, they cross over entire neighborhoods, not just rivers. You can be on the 10th floor of one building and walk straight across a bridge to the ground floor of another building. It messes with your brain trying to figure out where the actual ground level is. The city is a maze of concrete and steel, with overpasses weaving between skyscrapers and roads that seem to defy gravity. During the day, it looks like an engineering marvel, a testament to what humans can build when they have no flat land to work with. But when the sun goes down, that's when Chongqing truly transforms. The entire city lights up. I'm talking about every single building, every bridge, every road, all glowing with vibrant neon lights. It looks less like a city and more like a circuit board from the future. Standing on a viewpoint at night, looking out over the endless sea of lights and towering structures, you feel incredibly small. It's so bright and sprawling that it feels like you're staring at a different planet. You see the reflections shimmering on the rivers that cut through the mountains, and the entire landscape pulses with energy. People call it the cyberpunk city, and honestly, they're not wrong. This place isn't just building for the future. It feels like it's already 50 years ahead of everyone else. It's just insane. Okay, from the concrete jungle of Chongqing, we're now going to a city that is literally a jungle, Singapore. This place is on another level. While other cities are building higher and wider, Singapore is building greener. They have this insane philosophy of being a city in a garden. And they are not kidding. The first thing you see that makes your jaw drop is the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. It's 3 massive towers with what looks like a giant cruise ship just sitting on top of them, 57 stories in the air. On that ship is an infinity pool that makes you feel like you're swimming on the edge of the world. But right next to that, you have something even more futuristic, the gardens by the bay. This is where things get crazy. They built these gigantic, man-made super trees, massive vertical gardens that are between 80 and 160 feet tall. They're covered in plants, and at night, they light up in this incredible, choreographed music and light show that makes you feel like you're on the planet from Avatar. You can even walk on a suspended bridge that connects these trees, giving you a bird's-eye view of the entire garden. It's like they took a fantasy world and just built it in the middle of a city. And just when you think you've seen it all, you go to their airport. Yeah, their airport. Most airports are boring, but Jewel Changi Airport in Singapore has a literal forest inside it. And not just a few plants, we're talking a 5-story terraced garden with thousands of trees and shrubs. And in the very center of it all is the world's tallest indoor waterfall, the Rain Vortex. A 130-foot waterfall is just pouring down from the ceiling in the middle of an airport terminal. People are checking in for their flights right next to a massive roaring waterfall. It is absolutely surreal. Singapore has figured out the ultimate cheat code, how to build a hypermodern, technologically advanced metropolis without losing nature. In fact, they've made nature the main attraction. Buildings are covered in green walls, parks are everywhere, and they're constantly finding new ways to blend the urban environment with the natural world. It proves that a futuristic city doesn't have to be cold and sterile. It can be alive, breathing, and beautiful. It's a perfect balance, and honestly, every city in the world should be taking notes from these guys. Now, we're going from a green city to a city that was built on nothing but sand. Dubai. This place is honestly the definition of extreme. 50 years ago, this was mostly just empty desert, and today, it looks like a city that was teleported from the year 2300. They have this mentality that if you can dream it, you can build it, and well, they have the money to back it up. The first thing you have to talk about is the Burj Khalifa. It is the tallest building on planet Earth, and honestly, standing at the bottom looking up is just ridiculous. It literally disappears into the clouds. It's so tall that you can watch the sunset from the bottom, take a super fast elevator to the top, and watch the sunset all over again. But Dubai isn't just about being the tallest, it's about being the most imaginative. Take the Museum of the Future for example. It's this massive, shiny, oval-shaped building covered in Arabic calligraphy. It looks like a giant alien spaceship just landed in the middle of the city. Inside, it's not about old artifacts, it's all about future technology, space travel, and what the world could look like in 50 years. The building itself is a piece of art, and, honestly, an engineering miracle. It's one of the most complex structures ever built, and it's a giant symbol of Dubai's ambition. And if building the world's tallest skyscraper wasn't enough, they decided to build new land in the ocean. The Palm Jumeirah is a massive archipelago of artificial islands shaped like a giant palm tree. From space, you can see this perfect palm tree sticking out into the Persian Gulf. They literally dredged up millions of tons of sand from the seafloor to create an entire new coastline full of luxury hotels, mansions, and beaches. It's one of the most audacious construction projects in human history. They didn't have enough beachfront, so they just built more. It's that simple for them. At night, Dubai is just a spectacle of light. The whole city glitters. The Burj Khalifa puts on insane light shows. The fountains at its base dance to music, and the skyline looks like a collection of jewels. You see supercars everywhere, people living a life of unbelievable luxury, and construction cranes that are constantly building the next impossible thing. Dubai is a city that runs on pure ambition. It's a powerful statement that with enough money and vision, you can literally build a world-class futuristic metropolis in one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. Okay, for our last stop, we're going somewhere completely different. We're going to Denmark, a country that proves a futuristic city isn't just about giant buildings or crazy designs, it's about being smart. The future is about sustainability and making our cities better places to live, and Denmark is absolutely crushing it. They are obsessed with clean energy and clever design, and they have one of the most genius ideas I have ever seen in my life. In the capital, Copenhagen, they built a brand new, state-of-the-art power plant. But this isn't some ugly polluting factory. This is a waste-to-energy plant that's so clean, you can literally hang out on top of it. Because what did they do? They built a giant year-round artificial ski slope on the roof of the power plant. I'm not kidding. It's called Copenhill. You can literally be skiing and snowboarding down the roof of a building that is actively burning trash to generate electricity for thousands of homes. It is the most brilliant, out-of-the-box idea. They took something that is normally a boring, industrial necessity and turned it into a recreational park for the entire city to enjoy. There's even a hiking trail and the world's tallest climbing wall on its side. It completely changes how you think about what a city can be. This is what Denmark's vision of the future is all about. Multi-purpose design. Why should a building only have one function? Why can't a power plant also be a park? Why can't a bridge also be for cyclists and pedestrians, not just cars? Copenhagen is famous for having more bikes than cars. They've built incredible infrastructure, like bicycle superhighways, that makes it safer and faster to bike across the city than to drive. It reduces traffic, cuts pollution, and makes people healthier. It's a simple idea, but it has a massive impact on the quality of life. Denmark's approach shows that the future isn't just about looking cool, it's about working better. It's about creating cities that are sustainable, efficient, and most importantly, fun to live in. They are pioneering wind energy, with massive offshore farms, designing buildings that are energy neutral, and constantly thinking about how to make urban life better for people, not just for cars. Copenhill is the perfect symbol for this mindset. It's proof that, with a little bit of creativity, even the most functional parts of a city can be a source of joy. It's a quieter, smarter kind of future, but it's just as revolutionary. So, what did we just see? We saw a city that builds up into the clouds, a city that grows with nature, a city that creates land from the sea, and a city that turns work into play. It's clear that the future isn't just one single idea. The future of cities is about smart design, clean energy, and better living. Not just tall buildings. It's about solving problems with creativity, whether that problem is a lack of space, a loss of nature, or the need for sustainable power. Each of these cities is writing its own chapter in the story of tomorrow. These places show us that the only limit is our own imagination. Some cities grow upward, some grow with nature, and some create something completely new. From Chongqing's cyberpunk maze to Singapore's garden metropolis, from Dubai's desert oasis to Denmark's smart and sustainable society, we are seeing different versions of the future being built right now. It's not a competition to see who can build the tallest tower, but a global experiment in how we can live better, smarter, and more exciting lives. The world is changing, and these cities are at the forefront of that change. They challenge us to think bigger and to demand more from the places we call home. What we saw today isn't a distant dream, it's a reality that's inspiring the next generation of builders, thinkers, and dreamers. The future is being built as we speak, one incredible city at a time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, because we are just getting started exploring the most amazing things on this planet. See you in the next video.